Wednesday, September 27th. Welcome to the Damon Bruce Show here on the Pluce. According to you, according to the Plucers, it's Humo Day. Forget about Hump Day. We do Humo Day over here. I don't even know what that means, to be totally honest with you, but the kids like it, so it's good to have you here. The plan was Larry Krueger might be joining us from down in Santa Clara. He said he got there a little bit late, and so if he slips on in at some point, outstanding. If not, we'll figure it out as the week goes along. But here we are. Welcome to the bird watching that we have to do today because it's Cardinals Week. Now, it's Cardinals Week. Has never been a huge rallying cry around the 49ers. I don't think it's Cardinals Week has been a rallying cry at any NFL facility, not never. The Arizona Cardinals are a team you usually have an awful lot of comfortable ability to look past, right? That would be a bad idea. That would be a really bad idea for a team that is taking every single moment of this season as seriously as possible because your aspirations are nothing short of seriously winning the Super Bowl. So that means taking it game by game, cliche by cliche, and step by step. And it's easy to see what the next step is. It's easy to see the Dallas Cowboys on the horizon. That is a big week. It's Cowboys Week. I mean, we talk about that. That moves the needle. The Arizona Cardinals, historically, not big needle movers, right? It's not what they do. It's not who they are. But they have been very interesting so far this year, and because they're kind of hard to understand, they're even more interesting than you would think. I tell you what, we got some stuff for you today that I think you're going to find very interesting about the Cardinals, about how this game sets up as a cautionary tale possibly for the 49ers. It also sets up as a game where laying the 14 might not even be a bad idea, but boy, 14 points is a lot of points. It really is. To give that up to any NFL team, that's a lot of points, unless it's the Denver Broncos, apparently. But we got a weird pitching change and just another weird night at the ballpark. We got Colin Kaepernick writing letters to the New York Jets. We've got a Rudy Gay sighting around the Golden State Warriors. Believe it or not, we have a goodbye to a Hall of Famer that we need to get to today. And we've also just got a little thought experiment before we slip into Club Pluce and we get you over to the VIP room that is me on the AMP app. And let me tell you, we're going to get the Led out on this Wednesday afternoon. All Led Zeppelin playlist. Again, I went down a British rock rabbit hole yesterday. I have not gotten out of that rabbit hole. We're going full Zeppelin today in the AMP app, which has got a growing little audience over there. This audience is growing. The podcast audience is growing. And I thank you all so much for being here. Look, the Arizona Cardinals weren't supposed to do a damn thing this year. And they signaled to the entire NFL that part of them not wanting to do a damn thing this year felt like it was directly correlated to cutting Colt McCoy right as the season began. With Kyler Murray on the PUP list, it felt like Colt McCoy was going to be the quarterback for the first 4 weeks. Well, Arizona cut Colt McCoy, and then they signed Josh Dobbs, with a little over 2 weeks before the season started. That move alone made it look like it was El Tanko. Not a season, not a game to be won this season really was going to be a priority. You're bringing in Dobbs to sort of scuttle hope in your fan base and let them all know that you are literally sitting pole position, what you hope to be the Caleb Williams sweepstakes, and a really good class of quarterbacks that'll be coming out of college. They're not very happy with Kyler Murray, obviously. So Josh Dobbs is brought in to be what? The sacrificial lamb? The trying to tank it all quarterback? Well, an argument can be made now that after 3 scrappy performances, including an upset win over the Dallas Cowboys, an argument could be made that the Cardinals might be 3-0 had they signed Josh Dobbs a month before the season started instead of 2 weeks and 6 practices for him to get ready. He was turnover prone and a little clumsy in week 1. He improved in week 2. And by week 3, he was good enough to find some of his statistics among the NFL passing leaders. And he also found himself in the win column with the Cardinals over the Cowboys. You look at his Quarterback rating. Well, in a 20-16 loss to the Commanders in week 1, he had a 23.4. Again, he was turnover prone, wasn't a good day for him. In week 2, boy, did he improve in a 3-4 point loss. A 74.9 quarterback rating in week 2, and in week 3 he was an 83.9 in a 28-16 win over the Dallas Cowboys. You talk about completion percentages in the NFL so far this year. Justin Herbert is number 1 at 75% almost. Lamar Jackson is at 73%. You got Josh Allen at 73%, and Josh Dobbs, 4th best completion percentage in the NFL. This might be one of the more surprising completion percentage leaders we've seen. Had Geno Smith not shocked us all last year up in Seattle, but Josh Dobbs has the 4th best completion percentage of all NFL quarterbacks through 3 weeks. So that should be something to get Steve Wilks and his secondary's attention. That should also be something that gets the full attention of this defensive line, which has played very well, but is yet to truly roar this NFL season. And when it comes to, hey, man, I got to make a play, I'm just going to kind of let her rip, Josh Dobbs has been doing that too. As a matter of fact, and they keep stats on everything now. You know, just what's his completion percentage on wide open throws? What's his completion percentage and performance on tight window throws? I mean, they've broken down everything on a football field. The highest rate of aggressive throws into tight windows. Now, I'm the wrong person to tell you what exactly constitutes aggressive throw, or what constitutes an NFL version of a tight window. But the highest rate of aggressive throws into a tight window in 2023 is Jordan Love at 29%. And then there's Josh Dobbs at 20%. So Josh Dobbs is attacking. He's trying to get it done. And I can tell you right now, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting what he has done so far this year. I want to quickly get to and thank my sponsors, beginning with Ike, who has a delicious sandwich with your name on it. As a matter of fact, he literally has a sandwich with my name on it. Get the Damon Bruce today. I never recommend trying the me. It's a little arrogant, but seriously, you should all put me in your mouth. You will love me. Enjoy an Ike's sandwich as soon as you can. You'll be happy that you did. Enjoy blackened whiskey as soon as you can. You'll be very happy that you did. A great price point. You can find it at Bevmo, and it is a great American blended whiskey that works neat, straight up, on the rocks, in a cocktail. You'll be happy it's sitting on your liquor shelf. Many Plucers already are. Many Plucers are getting their gambling advice from Bottom Line Bets. My man Stefan is just on fire. He is picking winners each and every week, just right out of thin air. No, he does his homework, he does his research, and the man is winning at a completion percentage. I'm still thinking about Josh Dobbs over here. He's got a winning percentage that is going to officially make Las Vegas afraid of him. Daily, weekly, monthly subscriptions from my man at StefanBottomLineBets.com. Forget about taking my word for it. Find out for yourself today. Sign up for a daily subscription tomorrow. Get his Thursday night action. Get his package. Get ready to go. You will win with Bottom Line Bets. And where do you make those bets? Well, how about mybookie.ag and use promo code Damon when you sign up to get 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Speaking of signing up to hang out today, Mr. Larry Krueger did that, and look at him. He's in his car. I'm going to put my headphones on so I can hear you, Larry. How are you, pal?
Doing great, Damon. What is the Damon Bruce Ike sandwich once again?
It is, I am ribeye steak, provolone, onion rings, a little steak sauce. It's like a steak crunch kind of experience. I'm delicious. You would love me, Lou.
Sounds good. Sounds very good.
How are you doing, man? I know that you hopped in your car and you've gone down to Santa Clara today. You're going to hear from Kyle Shanahan. You are going to go around the locker room. I'm sure talk to a lot of guys. What kind of vibe are you expecting? It should be a very bouncy vibe. You couldn't ask for a better start than what the Niners have right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're going to have a situation where they're feeling good, right? They're feeling good. They're playing well, and they're rested. And, unlike last week, which was like everybody, you felt like you were bumping into guys who were cramming for a test at the last second, and everybody didn't have much time. This week, they've all had some time to kind of hang out a little bit and feel good. So now it's just a matter of bring on the Cardinals.
Well, and Larry, don't look past the Cardinals either. I was going over some preview of what this matchup looks like, and if you come into this matchup discounting what Josh Dobbs has done in a really short turnaround time, and they signed him 2 weeks before the year started, and he has gotten so much better each and every week as their quarterback to the point where he beats Dallas last week. Josh Dobbs has a little something waiting for the 49ers if they don't take him seriously.
Yeah, he can run, and he can create dynamic throws, and they've got a lot of team speed. Hollywood Brown, Michael Wilson, Rondale Moore, Dobbs himself. I mean, they've got guys who can run, and to me, that's the key right there to the game. I mean, obviously, the first one is stop the run, but the second one, and James Conner's a big back, but the second one is limit the Cardinals' explosives. If the Cardinals run like they ran against Dallas, and they have the kind of explosive plays they had against Dallas or against the Giants in the first half in week 2, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. And we all know, we've all seen, Colt McCoy beat Kyle Shanahan's Niners. So it's not like it can't be done. It can be done. So you got to respect your opponent. You got to stop the run. But more than anything, you gotta limit their explosives. I mean, in the first half against the Giants, they had several explosive plays, and they got up big. And in the second half, the Giants blitzed the hell out of them, and the Cardinals didn't have any explosives, and the Giants came back and won. So I'm really eager to talk to Steve Wilks. We won't get a chance to talk to him today, but we'll probably talk to him tomorrow. And I'm eager because this is a quarterback that, you may want to blitz, or at least, to come away with some timely blitzes. The Niners may be able to pressure him with just 4, and I'm sure they'll try. But if they can't, it's essential that they send blitzes at him because he didn't respond well to the blitz in week 2.
So you're rolling down the 101. Do you have your phone leaned against your steering wheel right now and you are looking over the phone to drive yourself? Are we safe here, Larry? Are you comfortable doing this? My goodness.
Yeah, it's actually the 680. And yes, I am comfortable, and I've got my hands rested 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and I've got my phone locked on the dash.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't want you to be doing 3 things at once. You can definitely handle 2 things at once. Larry Krueger joining us live from the Krueger Mobile on the way down to Santa Clara, where I'm sure they're circling, what is job 1 of this defense? And as much as we've just been talking about Dobbs, to me, job 1 of this defense is making sure James Conner doesn't have a very big weekend coming up for the Cardinals. He is a 6'2", 233-pound monster who's averaging 5.2 yards per carry. Of the 4 most productive running backs in football, 2 of them are going to be at Levi Stadium. You got Christian McCaffrey running the league, leading the league in rushing yards, and Dobbs is the 4th most leading rusher so far in the NFL, or excuse me, Connor is. So, the 49ers have had an awful lot of success with the beef that they've got up front, playing Hargrave and Kinlaw and Armstead together. They're going to need some of that. And I'll tell you, for a big guy, James Conner runs off tackle like a scat back. He is fast for a big guy, and it's where he really beat up the Cowboys last week. Yes, Larry?
He averaged 7 yards a carry against Dallas? 7. I mean, that's a ton. So, that can't happen. And I think more than anything, Damon, you're right. He's a big back. He's So, but he's a little bit faster than you think. You got to take good angles and you got to go low. You know, you can't tackle this guy around the shoulder pads. You got to go low on James Conner, and you got to gang tackle him. But, you know, you mentioned how Hargrave, Armstead, and Kinlaw are playing at a really high level, and they are. And all they really need to do is keep playing at that high level and allow Greenlaw and Warner to run free and to hit, and I think they'll be all right.
Well, man, look, I wanted to get down to Santa Clara. The whole point was you would have been there by now. We would have done a little setup, and I know you were running a little late this morning. Thanks for hopping on with us, Lair. Let everyone know where we're going to be on Monday morning since the 49ers play Sunday afternoon. Where are you and I going to be at 8 a.m.?
We're going to be talking acai bowls. No, we're going to be brought to you by Palmetto Superfoods. We're going to be doing the Wake Up 49er show bright and early, 8 a.m. Monday morning on both of our channels. And, you know, it's going to be a huge day. It's going to be, you know, over 1,000 people in the room. It's going to be the biggest audience in the Bay Area at that moment. And we're going to be talking hopefully about a 4-0 49er team that's looking ahead to the Dallas Cowboys.
Sounds really good to me, man. And I saw you mention that your channel has officially surpassed 24,000 subscribers. I'm creeping up on 8. You've had an awful lot to do with my success, Larry. Thank you so much. Hopefully I've had a little to do with your channel's growth as well, but it's wonderful to see you doing so well, man. And thanks for joining us from the Krueger Mobile this morning.
Hey, man, anytime. Sorry I couldn't be in the studio and give you a little bit better audio quality. I know this is not as good as normal, but I appreciate you. And everybody like and subscribe to Damon's channel. He's building great things there. So we're going to see it built up, and it's an exciting time.
My man, Larry Krueger. We'll talk again real soon, man. Take care. There he is. And everyone check out the greatest Giant rant of all time. Maybe the 29 greatest minutes of Larry's career. He's got everybody up in arms. He's making friends with Andrew Baggerly. Oh, boy. You got it. All right, pal.
Later, man.
There he is. Larry Krueger, boys and girls. The man, the myth, the legend, the angry Giants fan, the very good 49ers reporter, and budding YouTube star. Indeed, Larry Krueger. Great to have him on, popping on in. Welcome back. I understand if you were listening on AMP, you might have heard a little radio silence there. These things happen when I bring on a guest. It was good to have Larry from the driver's seat of whatever he was driving. What is the Krueger Mobile? I feel like I should know that. Ooh. That's it. That's the sip of the day right there. That was good. That was good. Actually, I mean, I'm going to be a little honest. I probably should have gotten to that sip of the day before we started thanking sponsors and gotten to Larry. We're just, a few temperature points under the true sip of the day, optimized, perfect sip, but it's good enough. Like, don't let pretty good pass you waiting for perfect, which might never show up. Perfect is already past this cup of coffee. So there we go. All bets are action. Sip of the day, done. Week 4 starts Thursday night. I'm looking forward to a little Thursday night, no doubt about it. Lions at Packers. It's like a revenge from last year's playoff or trying to keep you out of the playoffs game that Detroit went into Lambeau and won, sending Aaron Rodgers out of there with a loss. See ya, buddy. Lions at Packers, Thursday night football. Sure. Yeah, I'll take that game. Dan Campbell be out there biting kneecaps, right? Where's my man? Where's my man Dan Campbell here?
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
Hard to not subscribe to what that guy sells, right? Sunday, you got a really good heavyweight fight in the early slate. Dolphins at Bills. Woo! Ooh, you got to be interested in watching a team that just put 70 on someone, right? Dolphins at Bills in the early slate. We have the Incompetence Bowl made up of the Broncos at Bears, 2 0-3 teams. The loser shouldn't be allowed back on national television for the rest of the year. Ravens and Browns is your early window slugfest. If Bills and Dolphins is an offensive explosion, we're going to have Ravens and Browns a straight-up slugfest. That Cincinnati defense is, that Cleveland defense is just has been pretty impressive so far this year. We got Raiders at Chargers. Finally, a home game for the Raiders. The Raiders will never play a home game at home. The only chance the Raiders really have to have a home game is when they play the Chargers, in which case their fans will sell out that stadium because there's more Raiders fans in L.A. than there are Chargers fans or Rams fans probably combined, and there's certainly more Raiders fans in Los Angeles than there are in Las Vegas. And by the way, I believe that JT the Brick will be joining me a little bit later on today. We're going to hop on and do something for you. So Raiders fans, I haven't forgotten all about you. I promise you that. Very, very interesting week 4 slate beginning on Thursday night. We got the Cardinals at the 49ers on Fox. It is a 1:25 kickoff. Unfortunately, the booth has got Mark Sanchez in it again. Kevin Kugler's fine. Mark Sanchez made himself no friends during that 49ers and Rams game. So Mark Sanchez will be back at it talking about how Brock Purdy's a point guard. Brock Purdy's a point guard. You got anything else to say about this guy? Anything else? Just Brock Purdy's a point guard is all he kept saying. MetLife's Graveyard Turf will be hosting a couple of primetime games. Sunday Night Football, it's Chiefs at Jets. If the Chiefs obliterate the Jets, it's going to be an uncomfortable week for Robert Saleh. Then on Monday Night Football, we got Seahawks at the Giants. So all sorts of opportunities for primetime catastrophic knee and ankle injuries on the Indian burial ground that is the MetLife Turf. And that's a interesting game, Seahawks and Giants. You know, it's a battle for who's going to sit on that 2 line in the NFC because the 1 line is clearly occupied by the 49ers and the Eagles, kind of now by themselves. Don't count Dallas out yet, but interesting. Oh, my man Ike is in here saying, what's up, Plucers? What's up, Ike? Good to see you. My man Ike has got a new store in Palo Alto he's opening today, I believe, so good luck to him. Oh, and speaking of, I can take the headphones off now that Larry's gone. Hold on, I can take the headphones off now that Larry's gone, and I need to put something on here because we have a birthday to celebrate. We officially now have the youngest Plucer in the room, and that is Nathaniel Richards' new child. Our wife gave birth to our 3rd child last night. Sex has not been identified, so we don't know if it's a boy or girl. But Nathaniel Richards, whatever you have there in your little bundle of joy, I would certainly hope that you're already putting up Godzilla stickers in the bassinet, and you're going to be raising a proper Plucer. And welcome to the world, new young Richards. Nathaniel Richards, congratulations to you and your wife. Again, it's your 3rd child, so you don't need any advice about what to do. The 3rd one gets easier, although a 3rd child doesn't sound easier. 2's enough for me. But congratulations to you, Nathaniel Richards. Mazel to you and your newborn. So there you go. We celebrate birthdays. Unabashedly, unashamedly, we celebrate birthdays here on the Pluce. Let's see. We got the text line. It is screaming. If anyone already had a super chat, I might have missed it while I was talking to Larry. So if you did, I say thank you very much. I can't see them anymore. Here's Nathaniel Richards again saying, hey, I'm more nervous about the Cardinals now than a few weeks ago. Weird stuff can happen in divisional games, and weird stuff always happens against the Cardinals. And here's how the 49ers win and cover. Don't turn the ball over. The 49ers have done a really good job not turning the ball over, giving it up. They've got one of the best turnover ratios, turnover differentials, and the Arizona Cardinals are right behind them. So don't give the Cardinals stolen possessions. Don't do it. Don't do it. How do you help a team that you're supposed to beat upset you? Let them steal a possession. If I'm the Arizona Cardinals, I'm 100% coming into Levi Stadium with a really good punt fake and possibly some razzle-dazzle on a kickoff. I mean, what do you got to lose if you're the Cardinals, right? It's going to be an interesting little battle. Arizona's defense has created 5 turnovers in 3 games. Again, Joshua Dobbs had some fumble issues, turnover issues in week 1, but this is a defense that's given up 367 yards per game. The Cardinals are giving up 22 points per game. They are beatable defensively, but they've been a little bit more of a load offensively than anyone thought that they would see this year, and it's because Dobbs has been playing really well and getting better by the week, which might have actually scuttled the plans to tanka. The not even trying to tank, but might just be doing so. Broncos and Chicago Bears might have something to do with Arizona having the number 1 pick in the draft. That was the goal of the year. And look, Jonathan Gannon says that, he's aware that Kyler Murray's eligible to return from the PUP list after the next game, but they have a plan in place. That sounds an awful lot like they might not be playing Kyler Murray and looking to trade him in the offseason and don't get him hurt and have an automatic deal kicked in for next year if he's hurt because you can't move him. So have the Cardinals given up on Kyler Murray? It kind of feels that way. And with the way that Josh Dobbs is playing, it might even look more that way. Again, there's some interesting pieces. Michael Wilson, Marquise Brown, Rondale Moore. They're the wideouts. You got Zach Ertz and Trey McBride as the tight ends. So there's a little something more to this Cardinals team than you might have expected. And that is the Week 4 opponent. The Week 5 opponent, of course, the Dallas Cowboys. We know that. The Dallas Cowboys are hosting the Patriots this week, so Bill Belichick will be able to beat up on the Cowboys a little bit, maybe soften them up for the 49ers just a touch. There we go. There we go. That is your breakdown of the Arizona Cardinals. I'm sure we'll have a little bit more for you tomorrow and on Friday as well. One more note from the NFL, and it's literally a note from the NFL. Colin Kaepernick reached out in writing to the New York Jets asking to be added to their roster. The letter, if you read it, it seems sincere, not performative, not let me just get this out so I can keep my name out there. It seems like he has said that he's never not trained for a day since he's last played in football, which is such a long time ago. I mean, it's sad. The whole situation is sad. What brought him into the situation, what the situation became, the results of that situation, how much it really worked, how much it didn't work, the attention that he drew to an issue, how much attention that he actually drew to a very look, I don't want to go Fiesta Politico. I really don't. But I really think I can make the argument that there might not be one person in America who ginned up more buffoonish racial anger than Colin Kaepernick did at a time when Donald Trump was tapping into that to win an election. And Kaepernick, he tried to come off as a big thought guy and said that there's no difference between Trump and Hillary Clinton, so you shouldn't vote for either. He was wrong about that. He was right about a lot of other things, but he was certainly wrong about that. And I do believe that a level of unreasonable anger which ginned up around him was weaponized to help something that went very wrong. Here's what I'll tell you, Colin. If the Jets actually allow you in the facility, it won't be to help their football team. It will be to help gin up racial anger once again, if that could help Donald Trump, who, by the way, was proven by summary judgment yesterday an absolute total fraud in the state of New York. Again, I'm not making up what this guy is. I'm reporting on this. Is not my opinion. The man is a charlatan. He's a proven fraud. Woody Johnson, the owner of the New York Jets, still does fundraisers for him. If I'm Woody Johnson, I'm adding Colin Kaepernick to my team to become a racial lightning rod again, to give Donald Trump a level of anger to put his entire campaign upon and see if that'll help him, since he's being proven a fraud and a liar and shouldn't even be allowed on the ballot since he captained an insurrection. But, I don't want to get political today. But Woody Johnson is, as a Republican donating, fundraising, asshole NFL billionaire as you can find. So Colin Kaepernick, be careful what you ask for. Otis was like, Krueger on the drive to Santa Clara. Nathaniel, LK. Yeah, so we've reached the portion of the chat where he saw Larry driving. Wally Lama's right about this. Provolone is sneaky elite. It is. Provolone is a great cheese. Thank you for giving up some love for provolone. Always Drip says streaming while driving is dangerous. Yeah. Oh, hey, I felt that too. I was nervous for Larry there. I said let's wrap this up. We did picture him rolling. There you go, Mike. You are right. It is the steak sauce on that Sando that set it off. Larry versus Baggerly. Yeah, the two of them were going at it on Twitter, and all I can tell you is that Andrew Baggerly pulled out some real bullshit skeletons from the closet that made Andy look like a huge dick. And I like Andy. But if this whole thing is about finding honesty, the fact that Andy's bringing up shit from 2004 means, hey, Larry was trying to talk about baseball right now. If you're going back 20 years for talking points, trying to come up with what was, then the worst moment of a guy's career to try to define him going forward, the only thing I can say is go fuck yourself. Seriously. And your father would tell you that too, Andy. Ike, I'm going to eat you today. Thank you. Thank you. How often does another man say that to another man in the Bay Area? Well, probably more often here than anywhere else. But thank you. Thank you very much, Ike, for eating me. Mobile Krueger. Let's see this traditional radio try this stunt. His future's so bright, he's got to wear shades. Indeed. Thank you very much. Rick Mightybone. By the way, Rick loved the Larry Krueger Giants rant. Leslie saying, love seeing Larry in the car. Again, I'm a little nervous about Larry in the car there. A little nervous about Larry in the car. Otis Bird, he read the same kind of article that I did, too, about Josh Dobbs. Joshua Dobbs doesn't even have he's the starting quarterback, and his jersey's not even being sold in the team store. That probably changes by the next home game for the Arizona Cardinals. But yes, that's how much of an expectation they had for Joshua Dobbs. Yeah, when you saw Rockin' New 84, you saw like Larry just got on the freeway. That's when I started getting a little bit nervous, to be totally honest with you. I saw Larry getting on the freeway. Like, I thought if he's driving somewhere around like Tasman, he's somewhere around Great America. All right, that's a kind of an empty office park. That's easy to drive. No, Larry just took us right down 280. Or, no, 680, wherever he was going. I remember a few years ago where Rod Woodson got a ticket for talking to Papa and Bonte on the phone while driving. I remember that too, actually. I do remember that too. Thank you very much, Skills. Good times. Josh, Larry riding dirty. I mean, he might have had a little weed on him. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him. Larry's going to hop out, bip some vehicles, so they have to call Marin Auto Glass. Look at you, Wally Lama, helping out the sponsors. I like that. What we really should have done is had Larry drive to a Palmetto Superfood and get an acai bowl. Okay. All right. What else we got? Well, you know what? We will get back into all of this. The chat, when we get into Club Pluce in just a little bit. Danny GTV says, Damon, I was listening on the AMP app to stream with my phone, but got cut off because I'm at work, so I had to switch to YouTube to be able to hear Larry. Yeah, that's the one thing that I haven't quite figured out, how to get the interview on AMP as well. I don't know. I'm gonna need some technological savvy to figure that out, and I don't have very, very much of that. So before we get into Club Pluce, did you see that the Golden State Warriors have signed Rudy Gay? Rudy Gay is going to compete for the Warriors' open roster spot in training camp. He's 37 years old. He's played for 5 teams across 17 NBA seasons, and honestly, I remember doing I think Rudy Gay would be a perfect Golden State Warrior show 8 years ago. Like, I did that show in 2015, 2016. I was talking about how Rudy Gay is someone that would be perfect for the Warriors. But that was a long time ago. The Warriors are seriously putting together a team that is going to go to Denny's and order a senior slam and get the early bird discount. I mean, the Warriors are old, but that's a lot of basketball IQ. And it's clear that this franchise has made a decision surrounding Steph with the smartest players that they can find at the price means more than surrounding Steph with raw talent that they will try to figure out as it goes along. They absolutely want some experience around Steph Curry, and they've got some. Now, I saw Charlie Cummings, who is also he's the host of the Game 6 Clay podcast, says that Gay had the second lowest career points per shot attempts last year, driven by decreased efficiency in the three-point shot, where he was just 25%, and at the rim, he was only 62%. He still rebounds, but basically what Rudy Gay is maybe a productive 8 minutes a night, a mid-range jump shot, and a couple rebounds. That's all Rudy Gay is at this point. He's good in the mid-range, but man. Okay. Rudy Gay it is. Just another totally normal pitching change for Gabe Kapler last night, right? What was that between him and Bribia? I didn't get that. What we did get was the Giants getting shut out and into the loss column. So the Giants are playing must-win baseball every night and have dropped 3 out of 4 in doing so. A 4-0 shutout to the Padres. No one's even trying to finish strong. If body language could be interpreted, the body language of the San Francisco Giants is directly saying, fire this manager. We do not want to play hard for him at the end here. As the world is starting to question the validity of our plan and this front office and this manager, we're going to do nothing to make them look good. The Giants have made that choice as a team. Sean Manaea, he takes the ball tonight. And the Giants are going to finish in 4th place, aren't they? I guess things could be worse. They could have the worst owner in the world and be off to Las Vegas eventually. That's the A's, and the A's had a team record last night. You know, we called it, and I'm sure you'll never forget where you were when the A's dropped their 109th loss, which is officially a record for losses in a season since moving to Oakland back in 1968. What a shame. What a shame. The franchise record is 117. That was set by Philadelphia A's back in 1916. There aren't enough games left for that to happen. But what an absolute unmitigated embarrassment. A total embarrassment that entire franchise has intentionally been rendered into. Speaking of intentions, talking about baseball, Larry's rant is Hall of Fame worthy. I rewatched it last night after seeing Bribia's hidden ball trick. Killing me, Smalls. Oh, man. We got to say rest in peace to Brooks Robinson. Now, when Brooks Robinson played his final year, I was only 2 years old, but people that I grew up learning baseball from spoke of Brooks Robinson with nothing but the utmost respect. He is, the greatest player in Baltimore Orioles history? Yeah, I mean, he's in that conversation for sure. Brooks Robinson spent his entire 23-year career with the Orioles. 18-time All-Star, AL MVP in 1964, finished with good offensive career numbers and what people who watched his career say is the single greatest glove to ever play third base. ESPN.com even said Brooks Robinson was known as the human vacuum cleaner. He won 16 consecutive Gold Gloves, second to only Greg Maddux, who won 18 in a row as a pitcher, winning all those Gold Gloves. So there you go. Brooks Robinson, fare thee well, great player, great life lived, royalty in Baltimore forever. Rest in peace to Brooks Robinson. So, we're about to hop into Club Pluce, but I just want to sort of update you where the media world is. And as we are celebrating Larry Krueger eclipsing 24,000 subscribers and really be one of the hardest working guys out there and crushing it on YouTube, inspiring guys like me to believe that your entire career can happen right here on YouTube, I'm always looking for more evidence, a second opinion. Can this really work over here? And the answer is a definitive absolutely. I just saw today that CBS Sports Radio, which is a nationwide network, okay, has hosted a YouTube page since 2015 and has posted over 6,000 videos since 2015 for their YouTube page. So that's an entire network of programming. That's morning, midday, afternoon, and evening shows. So you've got an entire lineup of shows to be posting videos from. You got a team full of producers hunting sound and booking guests and editing videos from a fancy studio in New York City that has, an HR department and promotions department and salespeople and a bevy of totally useless middle managers who are all being paid six figures to do what exactly? Nobody really knows. But to say that CBS Sports Radio is a little overbloated would be a massive overstatement. I mean, its overhead is now several millions, tens of millions of dollars. And I want to remind you that they've had an 8-year head start on me. They've had an army of help marching behind them at all times. CBS Sports Radio's national subscribers to their YouTube page is at 10.2 thousand subscribers. And again, they've been at this for 8 years. I've been on YouTube since April. I've posted a grand total of 428 videos. That includes live shows and clips and interviews and shorts. I guess after this one posts today, it'll officially be my 429th video. And we're going to eclipse 8,000 subscribers next week. Now, again, Larry's at 24. He's doing incredible. CBS Sports Radio, for 8 years, 6,000 videos posted, is sitting at 10.2. I am sitting at nearly kind of approaching 8 with only 450 videos posted. It's my 1-hour daily show, a post-game show, a weekly AM show that I pull some video from, and here is my production team. It's just me. I'm the producer, I'm the guest booker, I'm the editor, I'm the gatherer, I'm the sales department, I'm the promotions department, I'm the HR department, and my only assistant is my wife. And she's more than just an assistant. Believe me, she helps with all of the stuff that is around business that I've always been bad at. And she certainly helped all the technology that I was needing, the lighting, the feng shui behind me to make this puppy go. But you tell me who's winning that race. You tell me who's winning that race. 8-year, millions of dollars network with 6,000 videos to get 10,000 subscribers, or 186 days of me just trying to tinker around and figure this out with a MacBook Pro, fewer than 450 videos, and I'm at nearly 8,000 subscribers. Folks, we are no longer in a content distributor economy. This is the content creator economy, and no one gives a shit where the show that they like is, as long as it's on YouTube, because they'll find it. And that's why it's so good to be here. By the way, one of those is an Odyssey company, the company that just laid me off. One of those is an Odyssey company, and the other one is this. In 2018, Odyssey stock was trading at $218 a share. Today, it's been delisted from the New York Stock Exchange and sitting at 52 cents a pop. Me, I'm sitting at home on a fortune that the Pluce empire will eventually become. If I started selling stocks today, they would be worth more than 52 cents. I know that. Sports don't build character. They reveal it. And like that, whew, he's gone. Let's get to Club Pluce. Yeah, what do we got today? All right, we turn on the Black and Saber. And we get right into it. First thing I see is R.I.P. Cougar Reb. Oh, and it just went ahead. Dame Lillard got traded to the... is that true? Wait a minute. I got to open ESPN.com. That's got to be a front page story right now if that's actually true. Has Dame Lillard been traded? Did that go? Whoa! Dame Lillard heading to the Bucks in a 3-team deal. That also includes the Phoenix Suns, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. What do we got? Some details. Portland gets Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, and Toumani Camara, Milwaukee's unprotected 2029 first-round draft pick, an unprotected Milwaukee swap right in 2028 and 2030. The Suns get Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. And Lillard leaves Portland after 11 seasons and officially gets paired with the best teammate he has ever had in Giannis. Okay. Gotta love the NBA. Oakland's own Dame Lillard going to Milwaukee. I heard that Toronto had kind of emerged as a front runner there. I thought, it's like going to the Portland of the East Coast. Like, that's not going to help you out, Dame. I hope he doesn't end up there. But whatever Miami planned on getting done, and that was Dame Lillard's preferred destination, I hope he feels pretty good about watching Laverne and Shirley reruns. Dame Lillard, Milwaukee. By the way, Ike is asking the question, any of you Plucers going to be around Palo Alto today or Thursday? You should reach out to Ike. You should let him know you're going to be there. I'll bet you. There could be a sandwich in it for you. An awesome thank you, Damon and everyone. Nathaniel Richards. He and his wife brought their third into the world, and that's what he's telling. He's like, Damon, I'm very sorry that I wasn't listening, but I was busy. My wife was giving birth. That's okay. That's okay. You don't need, here's the thing. I'm not taking attendance. It's great to have you here, but the beauty of YouTube is you can find me whenever you need me, right? That sign's washing me out. Wow. All right, Dame Lillard on the move. Bucks are going to be pretty interesting. Michelle Haberman might be right about this. Kyler Murray has officially been bubble wrapped. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to want to play with him again. The same way that basically the Raiders, with a game or two left, gave up on Derek Carr, thinking, geez, he gets hurt. That triggers his contract with us next year, so we can't have that happen. It looks like that could be in the future for Dame, especially with Josh Dobbs playing like this. So there you go. We got ourselves a big NBA trade. We're less than a month away. Ike wants everyone to know, hey, El Cerrito opens tomorrow. Man's opening delicious sandwich shops everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. We have Jose Julian. No politics, folks. Hey, look at it this way. We're adults over here. We can talk about things that make little scared, dumb assholes who listen to sports talk radio go, hey, listen to this, they're not politics and all this stuff. We're a little bit smarter over here. We're a little bit smarter than the average bear, and we talk about what is really happening. We don't need to tap dance around anybody's sensitivities anymore. It doesn't matter that the entire world's a fucking pussy because we do our own thing over here. I'm my own HR department. I've decided I'm not suspendable. I will not fire Damon Bruce for anything he says. What if Damon Bruce says something that offends the audience? Oh, that's right. He doesn't give a shit. Philbull, JVC, I'm out of here. Peace. Peace. Continue to absolutely root for the most despicable leader the country has ever had. Enjoy. There you go. Provolone goes well on any sandwich. It does. It's like the color beige. It works with everything, but it's better than beige. I like provolone. My man Ike giving cheese lessons. Ryan Friday hitting the super chat. Jingle jangle into the ganja jar. It goes. More barbecue videos, please, Damon. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like the brisket vids. Kind of, but what a 5 YouTube short series about the brisket that I did this past weekend. It was a hit. I'm glad you liked it. More cooking coming on up. The craziest is when, Matt Williams got into a car accident while on an interview. Did he really? I didn't know that. Was that KMBR? I don't remember that. Look at it this way. We're already starting the talking. Skills report says, hey, I remember that time the Bucks acquired Damian Lillard in a trade from the Portland Trailblazers and the Phoenix Suns and still lost to the Warriors that year's finals. Good times. Again, I'm really interested in this year's Warriors team. I'm not just putting them in the NBA finals on merit or reputation. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but they're going to be fascinating. I had a full-on kind of Warriors, little bit of a player-per-player breakdown yesterday. Those are going to be going up as individual videos over the next few days. So please watch them, click on them, enjoy them, like them, share them, help the channel grow. It means so much to me that I've got a incredibly dedicated Plucer army here marching behind me. That's what did I say that this channel is about me and Jillian do it? No, it's all you too. The success is yours. By the way, we're at 7,935 subscribers. Who's watching right now that's not subscribed? Would you go ahead and hit subscribe right now? Would you hit notify after you do that? Oh, man, it would mean so much if you did. It will help the business that is me continuing to do this and never having to think I got to go back to what was old media now that we're over here in the new media. And again, how's old media doing? 6,000 videos to get 10,000 subscribers over the course of about 8 years, or me putting up less than 500 videos and having nearly the same amount of people in about 4 or 5 months, 6 months. World done changed, folks. The world done changed. JJ Rader says, Damon said he'd have JT the Brick on later today. Don't know exactly when, though. Yeah, I don't even know exactly when. We'll figure it out, but I think we're supposed to do a little something. If we can go live, we'll go live. If we have to tape it, we'll tape it and then set up the premiere. And if you miss it, you will have not missed anything because YouTube doesn't allow you to miss anything that you don't want to miss. Otis Bird is saying, for real, Damon, I straight up thought that Rudy Gay would have been perfect 6 or 7 years ago. He would have been. He would have been perfect. I mean, we've been talking about Rudy Gay showing up on the Dubs somehow, some way for a few years, and now it happens. All right. San Bruno Mike Kapler is cooked, or he needs to be. So embarrassing. The only thing I can tell you right now is that teams, when their managers come under fire, give you a dress right dress, Johnny on the spot, focused level of performance when they want to support that manager in a year that's gone wrong. The San Francisco Giants, with their body language and how they're going out and executing, are basically telling everyone, we want him gone. We are tired of anything that Gabe Kapler is selling us as being the X marks the spot of baseball truth. We're good. You can see it. You can see it. They aren't interested. Chef A says, my early bird is just super late night. And what the fuck, Rudy Gay? Remember the COVID crap that he pulled? I don't. What did Rudy Gay do in the COVID? Here's the thing. I don't know what was right or wrong about any of that. It was a mess. Here's the thing. I don't care what Rudy Gay thinks about anything if he can get the Warriors 8 points a night, few rebounds, fill some minutes for Wiggins. You know, that's all I'm looking for. I don't care what he thinks about anything else. Okay. R.I.P. human vacuum cleaner. Yeah, it's Brooks Robinson, or it's Cal Ripken Jr. Boog Powell was a great Baltimore Oriole. Few pitchers certainly checked that box. Todd Labor says Brooks Robinson was a classy man. He never turned down a person. Nice to everyone he came and he encountered. And that was the man's reputation, that he was an absolute delight. Erwin, thank you very much. Hammer that like button. Everybody, hammer it right now. If you're on, hammer it. If you haven't, hammer it. Sky Collins says, technically, my ex is now known as the human vacuum cleaner. Ouch. Well, what do you mean? Sucking dollars out of your wallet or sucking? Never mind. Damon, I bet you Odyssey has some of those six-figure middle management jabronis too. Literally a company filled with them. And they literally decided, hey, even though we're in the people got to have something to listen to business, let's get rid of the guy with the most listened to afternoon drive show in sports in Northern California and make sure that we hold on to all these total piece of shit salespeople who couldn't do anything and all these middle management total losers who don't do anything, can't justify their salaries. The station was just fine before they showed up and will be just fine after they're gone. It's an absolute mess. Owning a radio station right now is like owning a buggy whip factory. You got no future. You might have the remainder of your present, but your future, it's dead on arrival. Again, CBS Radio today announced a new morning show. Maggie and the guy who used to be Dan Patrick's producer. I've never heard a single person reference that show in any way, shape, or form. Not once. Not once. No one ever said, I was listening to this today and I heard, not once. And again, I've been talking about sports radio for the better part of 2 decades. If your host or your show mattered, I would know about it. That thing is dead on arrival, just like everything that's on radio these days. Yeah, Damon's about to catch up to CBS Sports Radio. Oh, dude, as soon as I surpass them, I'm going to send a few people some motherfuck you texts. I can promise you that. You're right about this. You are right about this, Sporticus. Management killed the radio star. Yeah, cataclysmic mismanagement killed the radio star. Irwin saying, Damon flexing content with the brisket video. It's next level. Dude, that's why it's the Pluce, baby. I was going to call it Damon Bruce Sports, but it just ain't sports. It's Pluce. Pluce Sports. Pluce Brisket. Pluce Barbecue. Sky says lots of guys on CBS Radio that should not be in front of the camera. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in radio. Ray Lord. Damon, I thought Jillian was the boss. She's the boss. She is. She is. But I can tell you right now, she slept her way to the top. So she's not going anywhere. What do we got here? We got Rick Rock Ice Up, son. You're the GOAT. Respect, Damon. Look, I don't know about any GOAT nonsense, but here's the thing. I'm pretty damn good at what I do, and I'm still young enough to be doing what I'm doing to where letting go of me is dangerous for you. I plan on being dangerous for anyone who thinks that they can do this better than me in the Bay Area. Dangerous. So that's about it. That's all the time we have. I would like to tell you and officially invite you to get the Let Out with me over on the AMP app. I love that Led Zeppelin was like, all right, let's name our first album Led Zeppelin. And then we'll name our second album Led Zeppelin. And then we'll name our third album Led Zeppelin. And then our fourth album, let's go with Led Zeppelin. You know you're a badass band when you can just do that. So we will be giving some some love over on the AMP app today. AJ Cruz, totally random dollar amount alert. $4.83. Thank you very much, AJ Cruz. Jillian is the compound V to Damon's Homelander. I wish I knew what that was. I don't get that reference. I feel like Captain America. I don't get that reference. Or what? No, they got the meme. I do get that reference. Damon, you're wearing so many hats, you should give yourself a raise. Oh, no, here's the thing. And you'll appreciate this, Chef A. This is why I'm going to remain in the honorary Jew club. I am now going to go ahead and give myself no dollars. I will draw no salary from the Pluce, and I will pay no taxes. A buddy of mine said, look, man, if you pay taxes while you're on your way up of building out this thing, before you really start making money, if you pay any taxes, you're thrown out of the club. And I said, thank you. There's some financial confidence that I absolutely needed. So, yeah. Thank you, Chef A. But I'm not drawing any salary, baby. We keep our money on the field. We keep our money on the field, just like Billy Bean back in the day. Look, congratulations again to the Richards family. The Pluce army grows by one. Absolutely love it. I'm offended by people who are easily offended. R.I.P. Cougar Rebel. Thank you very much. And it's Pluce rule number 1. No one has the right to an unoffended life. No one. I'm offended by people who are easily offended. We got Skills coming in with $4.06. Up to 33 Major League Baseballs compete in 2003. I don't understand what that's going on. But thank you for $4.06. Sporticus, Provolone, Romano, Italian Magic. Thank you. I love it. I don't know what you're loving, but 209, thank you for loving it over here. Thank you so much. Shout out to Manchego. Manchego is a sneaky good cheese. Very dry. Manchego is not a melty cheese. Very good cheese, though. Humo Day fun. Yeah, Humo Day fun. Reports are that Portland's going to flip Drew Holiday. Well, look, if you're in Portland, you're in full-on rebuild mode right now, right? I mean, you're looking to win the next, Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. I don't know if there's another Victor Wembanyama out there, but lots of love for Manchego here. Wally Lama just saying, hey, look, man, watching and not subscribing is voyeurism. I like voyeurs. Dude, I'll take all kinds of kinky types. Just go ahead and subscribe. Matthew says, you need to keep dropping reels on IG. You know what? I swear to God, this shows my age. I keep on forgetting that Instagram even exists. Like, I put stuff on Twitter. I put stuff on YouTube, obviously. I'll throw something over on Facebook, but I forget about Instagram. I'm so rarely on Instagram. Again, this is where we probably need a little support around here. All right. San Bruno Mike, Odyssey, bad for ball. I mean, bad for broadcast, that's for sure. CBS Sports Radio jingles, the best thing about the CBS Sports Radio. You know how much they paid for that? I bet it's less, or it's a lot more than I paid for my killer Godzilla open and closer, which is officially better than the CBS Sports Radio jingle. Damon got time for everybody today. Yeah. Yeah, and this is totally it. This is really it. This is the way I feel. Damon at CBS Sports Radio with the scene from Half Baked. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That guy's cool. Fuck you. And that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. Damon needs a fan-only page. No, he doesn't, Ray Lord. You don't want that. No one wants that. Leslie saying, I love me. Absolutely love me. Some Zeppelin. Going to be following over today. I like that. I'm picturing Damon Dangerously. Damon Dangerously, price tagging puppies. Johnny Dangerously. You farging icehole. Maroni. You suminum botch. My dad and I laughed harder at that scene than maybe anything we've ever watched together. Maroni. You farging iceholes. No suminum botch. You have violated my farging constitutional rights. Knock down that farging wall. Knock down that farging wall. And knock down that farging wall. My dad, I never swore at my parents, except for my dad, who let me use the word farging with impunity. And I'm like 11 years old going, Dad, what's for farging dinner? He said, I don't farging know. Nathaniel Richards, wait a minute. Is AMP only available on mobile? It is. Get yourself to your phone because it's now available on Android and on iPhone. Download that. You'll be happy that you did. Let me scroll through here one more time to see what else we got in terms of any more jingle. Oh, I'm glad I scrolled. I'm glad I scrolled. And by the way, since we're talking about cheese, maybe the most famous cheese in the history of the Damon Bruce broadcasting experience is Oaxaca cheese. Si, mijo. Oaxaca cheese. And then beer cheese. We had that too. Good old days of drops. Skills coming in again. $2.03. I meant complete games by pitchers in 2023. See, I'm going to keep on reading things and pretending I don't understand, so you re-tip and re-explain. Thank you very much, Skills. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of you, you farging ice holes. You kork sumenum botch. Absolutely. Oh, I love Johnny Dangerously. It was a funny movie, man. Very, very funny movie. Erwin saying, Damon, I signed up to AMP last night. Well, that's good because we're going to go over there and get our let out. Thanks to all of you for supporting this, being a part of this. It means so much to me. And we are truly building something that, I don't know, in 2 months should be bigger than CBS fucking sports radio. The whole national network being gobbled up from downstairs in my house with an MacBook Pro. Unbelievable. So look, we are heading over to the AMP app. We're going to do it right now, which means you don't need to go home. You just can't stay here. You want to get the let out, though. Oh, I got something for you today over on the AMP app. Take care of yourselves and each other. Look at me going full Jerry Springer at the end of today's show.